Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to attempt to make pancit. Well, I have made pancit before, but it's not as good as the pancit that our friend makes. And if my friends are watching, they know who they are. But anyway, we still have some noodles for the pancit, so I thought it's time to use it up. So I'm gonna make it. This time I'm going to sort of change the way I cook pancit and see if it's gonna be any better. So the first thing I'm doing right now is I'm boiling some chicken thighs in this pot to make some chicken stock, and at the same time to cook the chicken so that we can add it into our pancit later on. So into this pot with chicken and water, I am adding chicken stock pot just to give it more flavor. So I'm gonna bring this chicken to a boil and then let it simmer for at least 20 minutes, and then we'll get back to it. Okay, so for the pancit, we already have the chicken that we boiled earlier, and we're keeping the broth. And then the other ingredients that we're gonna need before we move on to the next process is prepare our vegetables and have our noodles ready. So we have the chicken, it's been shredded, and then we have some chopped up garlic, onion, green beans, some carrots, and I also have Chinese cabbage. Here's our Chinese cabbage right here. And we're gonna be using half of this rice vermicelli noodles and a packet of this egg noodles. So the first thing I'm gonna be doing is bring this chicken stock up to a boil, and then we're gonna start cooking. Okay, so I transferred a little bit of the stock to another pot so I can cook the vermicelli or the rice vermicelli noodles on this pot, and then the egg noodles in the other pot. Drained the egg noodles as well, and we have kept whatever is left with the broth. So now we're gonna start stir frying everything together. So I only have a very small pan, well, not very small, but it's not a big massive pan or wok. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be cooking things in two halves, just waiting on the pan to heat up. And we're gonna use this toasted sesame oil for more flavor. Okay, so since I'm gonna do half, I'm gonna do half of the onions first. And half of my garlic. And then we'll put in half of our carrots, and half of our green beans. Then I'm going to put half of my chicken. Now we have the leaves. And then we're gonna start seasoning with some soy sauce. We have a big serving spoon here, which is what I'm gonna be using. I also have some oyster sauce. It's up to you how much of the seasonings you want. I'm gonna add a little bit more of my soy sauce, just a tiny bit. And a little bit of black pepper. And lastly, half a tablespoon brown sugar. Okay, now we're gonna add in half of our egg noodles. And half of our rice noodles. Now we just have to mix this all together and add a little bit of broth if it's a bit too dry, which I might do now, just a tiny bit of broth. And of course, at this point, we can add more seasoning if we need to. Like, we can add more soy sauce or oyster sauce or whatever seasoning you think you might need. And a little bit of oil as well, if it's getting too dry.
Don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and if you like this one, give it a thumbs up and share.